Just be a second with this. Make sure everything's up and running. Idiot of the day, Jeff here. Commit, don't quit. Calling today's live stream from sea to shiny sea. Hope everybody's doing well. We're just going to bring out the pop-out chat. Just take a second. We'll get that running. Sorry, everybody. Don't know if we have anybody here at this point, but we'll see in a couple seconds or a couple minutes. Might take a minute. Hey, Pack Mill, how you doing, buddy? It's nice to see you. Can you hear me? Is this working okay? I've switched over. I'm using OBS, but I'm also using Stream Elements. I downloaded OBS Live, and it's presented from Stream Elements, and it updated OBS for me, and I didn't know if it was going to work. But Steve the Technophile, Heidi, how you doing? It's nice to see everybody. I really appreciate you coming. Thanks again. You know, it's Wednesday, so yeah, hopefully everybody's doing well. But yeah, it's nice to see everybody. Thank you again for coming. Much appreciated. I do appreciate it. Let's see, is this working here? Hopefully, if anybody is here, yes, can hear you. Okay, good. I was concerned because I've been messing around with OBS, and I downloaded OBS Live, and it had updated the OBS, and I can see myself, but I didn't know if it was actually broadcasting. And when I went into YouTube, it looks like there's a couple of people here, but I just wasn't sure, so I wanted to make sure. So thanks again, I appreciate it. Jean-Marc Boucher, how are you? It's good to see you, Jean-Marc. Hey, Pack Mule, video is great, audio is awesome. Okay, good. I'm using the blue Snowball. It's like the, you know how people talk about the Blue Yeti? Blue, I guess, is the product name, and then the Blue Yeti is like their top model, and then the one right below it is the Blue Snowball. But, I mean, the Snowball is almost half the price compared to the Yeti. But it's pretty good. I like it so far. The only thing is I have it connected. You can see it here, but I have it on an arm. But what I'm thinking of, it comes with like a stand. I think I might get the stand so it could just sit right in front of me instead of moving the arm. The arm, it locks to the desktop, but yeah, it's a long story. But so I'd like to see if I can set that up. Let's see, Grant McIntosh. Grant, how are you, buddy? It's good to see you. Thank you very much for coming, everybody. I really do appreciate the purchase. Marie, how are you? Good evening. It's nice to see you. Marie, I don't know really what's going on over there. I was talking to a fella that, the crossing guard at Ethan's school, he's an Irish fella. He was trying to explain the Brexit, but they didn't pass it last night. Is that correct? Like I said, I haven't really seen the news, and I'm just curious what's going on there. Ozzy 1968, Mia, how are you? Morning, 6 o'clock Thursday. Yikes, Mia. I'm so sorry it's so early for you. It's nice to have you here. Thank you very much. Food Lover, hey, how are you? Food Lover, can you tell me, Food Lover, are you from New Zealand? I'm sure you're from New Zealand. It's been a while since I talked to you, and that could be my fault too. But I'm pretty sure you're in New Zealand. But if you are, that's great. If you're not, that's fine too. It's nice to see you. Thank you very much for coming. Country Cyclocam, hello buddy, how are you? You must be at work, Country Cyclocam, or on a break or something. It's good to see you, my friend. Jean-Marc Boucher says I'm doing good. Good. Hey, you Pack Mule, all the blues are good. Yeah. Hey, you Pack Mule. Honestly, I don't know much about the microphones. My brother came. Him and his wife came for Christmas, and I haven't seen him in about 8 years. Like at Christmas time over the holidays, I've seen him a few times a year. But we don't ever see him at the holidays. So, anyways, he came, and for Christmas he brought me this. So it was kind of nice. Kind of try to jazz it up and that. The Great, oh my gosh, look at that! The Great Jedi Order. Hello, how are you? Great Jedi Order says they're sent by SM64ZFX, and thank you very much. I appreciate it. I will check your channel out at some point later today. I'll let you know. I will check it out. It probably be this evening only, because right after this I pick my son up. We get him ready. We go pick my wife up. He has swimming lessons at 5:30. And by the time we get home, it'll be about 7:30. So it probably won't be till about 7:30 my time. But I will check you out. I promise. I always do check everybody out that's new to coming into the stream. Sometimes it's just later on in the evening, but I will get there. I promise. Hey, Packmill, just use a mouse pad in between the stand and the table. Okay, I will. Desmond Stonders, hey, Dave, how are you? It's nice to see you. You know what? I can't say that word that I said I was going to try to pronounce, my friend. Steve the Technophile, nice. Lovely Lisa Warrior. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you. Very nice to have you here. Thank you. The purchase said, yeah, the government rejected the Brexit deal and are looking to force a general election. All fun and games over here. Do you think she's going to get back? Well, if the election... Anyways, I'm not going to talk politics. It seems all pretty messed up at this point, but hopefully everything gets worked out. That's easier said than done, only. Passion for hunting, fishing. Oh my gosh, everybody! Passion for hunting, fishing. Rocco. If you haven't checked out one of his latest videos and that, check out. Go to his channel, check it out. And the reason I'm saying this, passion for hunting and fishing. Since I know the fella, since I've been on YouTube, he's had a real thick, nice, thick, big beard and that. Anyways, one of the latest videos that he did, he's at the barbershop getting his beard shaved off, and at the end, the result. So go take a look, everybody. It's great. You look good with it and without it, my friend. My wife says, oh my gosh, look at him. He doesn't have it anymore. But anyways, it's nice to have you here. Thank you very much, Rocco, for coming. Food Lover says, yes, I'm on vacation in India right now. It's 12:34 here. Oh my gosh, yes. So it's late for you. I'm so sorry it's so late. It's 2 o'clock in 2:06 here on Eastern Standard Time in Ontario, Canada. But I imagine it's different in the UK, Europe, in India, everywhere anybody is at this point. It's a totally different time. Oh, and Mia from Australia, from down under, it's 6 o'clock in the morning for her as well. So it's late and early for some. Yes. Sorry, Marie and Dave. I brought up. I said I asked about Brexit. I apologize. Let me just check this. I let this run here, and I lost the chat. It spieled away on me. They're trying to keep their jobs now. That's yeah. I imagine Desmond's Donders. I imagine Mia Aussie 1968 says, left out not early. Gym was 4 a.m. but I won't be here for long. Just waiting for my best mate. She's home, safe, sound, and healthy from oh my gosh, from brain surgery. So if I disappear, apologies. Oh, Mia, no worries. It was nice to have you. But you know what? You don't worry about this at all. You go with your friend for sure, Mia. It was nice to have you. You know what? Whenever you leave, it's fine. You don't even have to worry. You can just take off. I will say thank you. Have a great one, and we'll see you again. But even if you're staying, I'll just say that now, so you can leave at any time, okay, Mia? Thanks again for coming. All the best with you and your friend today. And Mia Aussie 1968 is saying, morning all people, wonderful people. Desmond Donders, well, I have had one entry, Jeff. No election yet. No, not yet, but I wonder how that's all going to go for everybody. Oh my gosh, Mini Cooper Trooper. Hey Thomas, how are you? It's nice to see you. Very nice to see you. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate. Oh my gosh, Funko Preacher, how are you? Can't stay long. I'm at work. No worries, my friend. Thank you so much for dropping in, everybody. You know what, if there's somebody new that you haven't met before, or maybe you just haven't seen, say hello to them. Go to the channel, leave a message. You know, I was talking to a gentleman about half an hour ago. You know, we're talking, on another live, and then he sent me a nice message. He says, "Thank you so much for commenting." And I said, "Well, I agreed with him too. You know what? Leaving a message, a comment for somebody, that way you know they were there, so they can check you out. Because otherwise, a lot of times, you don't know somebody's even checked out your channel. Sometimes you can check to see, but not everybody has their things listed, so you don't always know. Like John Smith or Jane Smith or whatever has added you to the channel. So, sometimes you'll forget because, there's millions of channels out there. So it's always a great idea just to leave a message. That way they can check you out as well. They might find their new friend or their new interest. But, yeah, definitely do that. And, if you're new to the channel, there's a subscribe button if you'd like to. You don't have to. And there's a notification bell. If you hit that, smash it, lick it, tap it, whatever. And I'm using most of those fine words from Nomadic Bike. Those, half of them are mine. The good portion are Nomadic, so I want to make sure that he gets his you know what I'm trying to say. Oh gosh, Dismas Growth. It's the first day of growth of the day, Jeff. Oh gosh, I don't know about that, Dave. My wife, look at that, hey? Yeah, can you imagine? It'll have a big, nice Santa Claus beard at the end of the month. And who knows what'll be up there by the end. Passion for hunting and fishing. Yes, thank you, my friend. Thanks, Rocco. I appreciate it. Yes, and I'm Jeff. That's for sure. Thank you very, very much. Let's see here. Oh, not your average JoJo. My wife just popped in. Thanks, Joe. My wife's at work, so she might just be commenting for a few minutes and up and down here. So I missed a couple of people. I'm sorry for that, everybody. Let's see here. Yes, APAC Mule about the Brexit and the article, that certain article in that. Itchy Boz, how are you? It's good to see you. Albert, aka Turtle, how are you? It's nice to see everybody. River Rat Skippy, how you doing, buddy? Yes, happy Wednesday. Oh my God, how's it going? Well, pretty good. You know, it's Wednesday. I started off the week kind of the Monday blues, and then Tuesday got up a little bit, and then Wednesday now I'm raring to go. I'm on my second coffee, so you know what? I should be flying here by the end of it. But yeah, I'm trying to cut out as much intake of any sugar and stuff like that. I've cut any pop out now, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. I might be by the end of the week, but so far so good. A little bit more energy too. Sorry about that. I just need a drink. Gemma's Journey Grace. Hi Gemma, how are you? It's nice to see you. Mini Cooper Trooper Thomas, I'm good, mate. It's good to see you, my friend. It is good to see everybody. Desmond Saunders, they're voting on at the moment on the no confidence motion. Learning Habit. Hello, everybody there. Hi, Learning Habit. How are you? It's nice to see you. You know, like I said, anybody that you don't know, check their channel out and that. Just leave them a message so they know you're there and that. Joe, if you're still in the chat, can you drop Eric's link for today, if you don't mind? The only reason I'm saying that is because he's gonna be, he will be on. It's the 16th today, right? Yes, he'll be on. You know the channel he'll be on, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But Joe, if you are still here, if you could drop EVH Eric's channel, please, I'd appreciate it if you could. Mini Cooper Trooper, when are you going to do your first video, Joe? Well, Thomas, you know what? She works on it with me. All she really does, the reason for her channel is so she can come in and chat, because you can't chat without a channel. So content or no content. I mean, she doesn't plan on, if she had one or whatever, if there's no content, if you're not putting things out, you wouldn't get any watch time or anything. So she just does it to talk to everybody, and she probably will put some videos out, but I've already told her it doesn't matter if you put videos out. She just wants to come on and talk to people, so that's what she does, and she watches a lot of people's channels and comments. So you know what, content or no content, I don't really know if it, I mean, if you're gonna want to be monetized or whatever, then it matters. But if you're just wanting to come in and talk to people, you know what, there's a lot of good people, and I know a lot of good people on here that just do that. And as far as I'm concerned, I mean, it's to each and everybody's opinion. That's just my opinion. Countrycycle Cam, let me see here what you had to say here. Countrycycle Cam says, catch my morning ride action, interesting happening. Okay, we'll take a look, Countrycycle Cam. I did not catch it, but we'll have to take a look. Yes, no, Joe, Joe will for sure. The Purchase Marie is saying, if you grow a beard, I'd imagine it would be Joe's handprint on your head. Oh gosh, Marie, you're 100% on that. Well, Marie, we're joking around. I don't know if it was yesterday or Monday. Joking around about should I grow the patch on my head? Just I always wait a week, and then from Saturday to Saturday. So Saturday I shave it off again. But I'm joking with a few people. I said, should I leave it about a month to see what it looks like? And my wife says, oh, no, don't do that. But, yeah, well, we'll see. I don't know. We'll see what happens after this weekend. Chris Hope, hi, how are you? It's nice to see you. Welcome. I really do appreciate it. Funko Preacher, thank you so much. I know you're at work, and I really do appreciate it. Anybody that, let's put it this way. It doesn't matter when you come, if you're the beginning, middle, end, whenever you come is the perfect time. It's always nice to see people, so thank you very much. And it doesn't matter if you're here today, tomorrow, a week, a month, whenever you come. It's just nice to see people, and I'm the same way. It's, you see so many people and you don't see everybody. So sometimes, I'll tell you what I see when the notifications pop up. That's usually when I try to get around, because sometimes you can't get around to everything, but you try. But the notifications I find help, but hopefully they're going to help still. Oh yes, AU Pack Mule. JoJo changed her name. Yes, it was just JoJo G. My wife, and then G's. I won't say what her last name was, but that was her maiden name, G, and it was the initial for her last name. And then, anyways, she just used that because it's just kind of catchy and stuff. But she liked this. She said, "Oh well, I'm not average." She says, "I'm not your average JoJo." She thought it was a good little name, and that I do too. And Desmond's Donder says, plans are all up in the air. I might be going on a Donder tomorrow. Oh, wow. Good for you. Any specific place? Oh, you don't have to tell us, Dave, but that's awesome. What's this? Passion for Hunting and Fishing. Rocco says, tonight I'll be live streaming at 8:30 East Time. If you can please come. And it's supposed to have 2 channels to reach 1,000 goal. If anybody can be there tonight and show much love, we'll do the same. Awesome, Rocco. Awesome. Well, you know what? I'll be home around probably 7:30, so we'll try to get over for sure, Rocco. Okay. Well, thanks again, Rocco. I really appreciate it. And, check Rocco's channel, Passion for Hunting and Fishing, because if you know Rocco, we've all known him with the thick beard, at least on YouTube. But now the gentleman has done a shave at a barber shop maybe a couple days ago. His previous video on that, so you should take a look at it. It looks great either way, but you know what? Thick, nice beard. And then without, so definitely check it out, everybody. Okay, I gotta get going. See you later. Funko Preacher, thanks again, my friend. I really appreciate it. You have a great day, okay? Much appreciated for you coming in. Oh, yes. Okay, thank you very much, Joe. I appreciate it. I know I might be a few minutes behind. So, up in the chat, my wife, Not Your Average JoJo, dropped a link called EVH and Gear TV. That's my friend Eric. I went to high school with him, and, we were friends 35 years ago and stuff. And then about a year and a half ago, I found him on YouTube, and I hadn't seen him probably in about 25 years. And I came across him through a YouTube channel, and I said, oh my gosh. I actually found him on Facebook, and then from Facebook, I found him on YouTube. Anyways, he's got a music channel that he's a guitarist, but he has, as you can see, anybody that likes Van Halen, EVH and Gear. EVH would be Eddie Van Halen. It was his hero back in high school, and he made a channel up about EVH and Gear TV. So it's all about different equipment and the guitars and stuff. But on his channel, he interviews some of the biggest musicians of all time and some of the biggest guitarists of all time, past, present, and then future guitarists. I mean, he had Nita Strauss on from Alice Cooper, Steve Stevens from Billy Idol, some of the fellas from Smashing Pumpkins, from David Lee Roth Band, from Mr. Big, Dream Theater, tons of bands. I could go on and on and on. Guitarists for Carrie Underwood. If you go, you check the channel, you'd see all the different musicians he's had on over the years. And anyways, the reason I had Joe put his link in tonight, my friend Eric from EVH and Gear TV, he's going to be the guest on Pusa Studios tonight at 7 p.m. So that's why I thought, you know what, he's a great fella. You know what, I love his channel. You know what, if you do like music and you watch Pusa Studios, Eric, that's my buddy. He'll from EVH and Gear TV. He's going to be on Pusa Studios this evening. So if you do get a chance and if you watch Pusa, fantastic. And you're also going to get some great entertainment with Eric at EVH and Gear TV on his channel and on Pusa Studios tonight at 7. Anyways, I just thought I'd drop that just in case anybody, you know what, they're going to Pusa and they just hadn't come across him before. That's who he is, and the link will let you know who he is. But yeah, I just wanted everybody to. I just like to share that information, just because, you know, when you find somebody, or I've known them for years, but if you know, people may not have come across the channel because maybe they're not a musician or maybe they weren't looking for some, but if they are interested, that's definitely a channel to take a look at, as everybody else here as well. Ichi Plasma. My channel is doing a Donder Eye. Serving from my home. Lacey, how are you? It's nice to see you. It's good to see you, Lacey. I apologize. I'm running through things, and you know what? My wife is saying, you know what? The last couple days, I've been all over the place, so I'm sorry if I'm a little behind, everybody. I'm sorry if I'm behind. Oh, yes, Mini Cooper Trooper. That fella, he's a guitarist, and he's endorsed actually by Kramer Guitars and stuff. But he's a fantastic musician, and if yeah, Eric is he's played guitar for well over probably close to 40 years. But yeah, he's endorsed by Kramer Guitars, and you won't be disappointed. And if you check out Pusa Studios, he's on there tonight. Let's see here. R Morbid, hey, you made it, brother. Hey, Frank, thanks very much. I apologize that I'm sometimes late. By the time I get in, it's drop my wife off at 9 o'clock, then come to the other end of town. It's sometimes 9:30, quarter to 10 before I get back. So I apologize that I can't make the live exactly at, well, it's live, unfortunately. But you did a good job, my friend. You really did. Let me see here. Fitz at Bakes, how you doing, buddy? It's nice to see you, Fitz. Purple Gang, how are you? It's nice to see you. I need to go by. Okay, Thomas, you take care. Okay, thank you very much for coming. Yes, Fitz, I like that when Frank was talking about, you know what, he enjoys coffee over tea. Frank, same thing. As you can see, coffee. I grew up with two Irish grandparents. My dad's parents were right from Ireland. And, you know what, when I was a little kid, we come in the middle of the summer. Instead of having like Kool-Aid or juice like every other kid, we had to sit down with my grandmother. I'd be playing hockey, and I'd have to come in the summer, and I'd have to have tea with my grandmother. To this day, I can't drink tea. Coffee, yes, but no tea for me either. Desmond Stonder, sorry, Jeff, had to listen to the expected result. I'm going to meet up with a fellow YouTuber / fan channel. Oh, no worries, Dave. You take care, okay? Thank you very much for coming. No worries at all. You know what? We see you all the time. You don't ever have to explain if you hear, or nobody does. It's always great to see people, but you know what? Everybody has lives too. But anyways, you have a good one, Dave, and I appreciate you coming, okay? Have a good time with your friend and that. Being outdoors. Hey, how are you? It's nice to see you. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate it. Purple Gang, I'm pretty sure I said hello, but if I didn't, hello. It's nice to see you. Thank you very much for coming. Yes, R Morbid, definitely check out Pusa tonight. Yeah, my friend Eric, you know, I've been friends with him for years, and if you like guitar, and I know you do, Frank, this fella is he's actually endorsed by Kramer Guitars. He's interviewed some of the biggest musicians. He had Steve Stevens on a few weeks ago. Anyways, tons of different guitarists and fellas from Dream Theater and from Mr. Big and stuff like that. But yeah, a great bunch of people, guys from what's his name, Jeff, the guitarist, and Smashing Pumpkins. I can't think of the fella's last name, but anyways. Oh gosh. Let me see here. Ozzy 1960. Now I can relax. Washing done. Reiki done. Now I can just relax with amazing friends and a cuppa until Sorella arrives. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that is great. Let me see. Vince, I love it. Hey, tea needs to be ice cold and sweet. Yes. Hey, Judy-Ann or Louis, how are you? Just ate. It's nice to see you. Being outdoors. I've been listening as I drive, just getting home. Love the stream. Being outdoors. Thank you so much, my friend. You know what? If you're in the car, do not worry about. I mean, if you're listening, great. But please do not worry about any of this while you're driving. Okay? I just want you to be home safe or wherever you're going at this point. But I do appreciate it. Okay, my friend. Thank you so much. Oh, Desmond Saunders. No, I'll be here today and gone tomorrow, as they say. Dave, no worries. I just wanted you to know you don't ever have to apologize or ever even have to explain yourself. Nobody does here. It's nice to see people, but you know what? There's a lot more things going on in people's lives. So please never even worry. You don't even have to explain at all, my friend. Let's see here. What do we have? Just ate. It's great to see you. You know what? Is it In-N-Out? Is that what the burger place that you and your husband went to? You know what's funny, Julianne? I've heard of it a million times. You know what? They have them in the States. We don't have them here. So I was liking the video, and I was liking how you were saying, you know what, their themes and stuff on the rappers and that. They have individual rappers, and they're all different, not slogans, but different, not readings, whatever you would call them. I apologize, Judy-Ann. But I did like that little a bit of information. Sorry about that. I'm stumbling again today. Oh, it's Judy Ann and Lewis today. Oh, good, good, good. Sorry, Lewis, I don't mean to exclude you in any way. Just sometimes Judy Ann comes on and says, just Judy Ann. I said, okay, no problem. But, you know what, it was nice to, what I'm trying to say is your video about In-N-Out was very interesting. Let's see, where are we here? Jean-Marc Boucher, I'm leaving for work. See everybody later. Okay, Jean-Marc Boucher, thank you so much, my friend. I do appreciate it. Have a great one, and I do appreciate you coming, okay? Have a great day, and, you know, we'll see you again. Have a good one, my friend. Oh, Branscombe Farm, hello, on break at work. Well, you know what? Thank you for even taking 1 second to come over to us. You know what? Whenever you have to run, I completely understand. You know what? The break is kind of time to just relax. So I appreciate you coming. Everybody say hi to Branscombe Farm, and thank you again for coming, okay? Much appreciated. Oh my gosh, Mia, I'm not going to read it out, but congratulations. Oh my gosh, that'll be awesome, Mia. We'll look forward to it. We will look forward to it. Georgia Walker Family... Excuse me. Georgia Walker Family Vlogs. Still here. It's great to see you. Thank you very, very much for coming. I really appreciate it. I really do. Yes, Just 8 says, just In-N-Out is great. They have Bible verses on the wrappers. That's it. I knew there were some kind of like theme and stuff on the wrappers. But yes, that sounded pretty interesting. That's a kind of nice thing to put together. And that I love this. I love that about the food channel or chain. Yes. You know what? What's the place that I always want? You know what? It's funny. This is not trying to change the subject, but when my brother lives in Illinois, maybe it's just like a Midwest thing. I don't know. I'm sure they're all over the states, but I really don't know. When you go through Michigan, up in Ohio, and different states, you always see one of the fast food joints. It's called Steak and Shake, I think, or yeah, Steak and Shake. I'm always curious. For some reason, Steak and Shake, I can't even fathom it. But my brother says, it's okay. Anyone ever heard of Steak and Shake? I'm curious. Maybe they are only in the Midwest. I don't know. I always want to stop, but never stopped ever. And maybe it's just a real quick In-N-Out place. I don't know. But if anybody's ever heard of it, just let me know. I think it'd be kind of funny to hear about them. Oh, yeah, no worries. But you know what? It's great. You know what I'm trying? I've just tried to. I've been 4 or 5 days now without really a lot of sugar, a little bit in this, but unfortunately I'm not supposed to drink pop, but I have been drinking pop, and I needed to cut that out, and I have cut it out. I haven't had any in 4 days, and I do feel a little bit more energy because I'd have at least 2 pops a day, which is definitely not good. I shouldn't have been drinking pop in the first place, but I always said that was my vice. If that was the worst, big deal. But I shouldn't have been drinking it. But I've taken it out, and I feel a little bit more lively. And maybe that's why Monday was, because I was kind of crashing from it. But as you can hear, I'm having a coffee, and I'm a little psyched up. So yeah. But I'm glad to have that out of my not diet, but I'm glad to have put that down, at least for the time being. Hopefully I can keep that up. Modern Day Tech. Hey, Eric, how are you? It's good to see you, my friend. It's good to see you. Yes, welcome, Modern Day Tech. Let me see, sir, from my home, put something in there about, yes, we have Steak and Shake. I'm not real fond of it. Okay, Lacey, perfect. I don't know. That's the reason I'm asking. It's one of those signs that, you know what I find that's great about, I always said to Joe, in the States, when you're on the highway driving, they don't have it as like you do down in the States, but when you're driving in the States, the best thing about advertising or marketing that they have for all these fast food joints, I love it, because anywhere you're going, you know the huge signs that stick up, you could see like a half a mile away or something, and they advertise like McDonald's, Hardee's, whatever, Burger King, Steak and Shake, whatever fast food joint is at that stop, and you can see them like a mile away, or like Days Inn, or the hotel chains and stuff like that. I'm just making names up right now, but you can see them a mile away. It's great. So, but here you don't have that. They'll say rest area, or you know, stop for. They'll show a little sign. It's got like a food and gas symbol and stuff, but it doesn't tell you, you know, there's a McDonald's there, blah blah blah, whatever's there. But in the States, you see them a mile away. Not that I'm into all the fast food, but I think that's great to be able to see it. Here, you don't. You kind of have to pull in, and you get what you get, or hopefully, if you're in a rush, you just go get whatever's there. Mickey XOXO. Hey, how are you, Mickey? It's nice to see you. Mickey, I realize you could be at work, so thank you very much for dropping in, and I appreciate it, Mickey. Hope you have a good one, my friend. Fitzbake says, we have a steak and shake. We have a steak and shake in Alabama. They're okay for burgers, but they do have pretty good milkshakes. Okay. Well, no, I just wondered, and I was only asking. We started talking about In-N-Out Burger, and I just wondered. It just came to my head, like, and I've been to a lot of the fast food joints over the years, but that's, there's a few that we don't have here, like Hardee's. It doesn't exist here. Like most of them do, but like ones like that, In-N-Out, Steak and Shake, Hardee's, those ones don't exist here. But most of them do, just the odd ones here and there don't. Just Eight says, I want to try Shake Shack. Yes. I wonder what Shake Shack is. That, but I love a milkshake too, so that actually sounds pretty good. That sounds good. I see 1968 pop. Like Coke or Pepsi, Mia. That's what we call it. I know in Canada we call it pop. I think they call it soda pop or something, maybe, or soda in the States. But here we call it pop. And so if you're drinking like pop, like Coke or Pepsi or Dr. Pepper, 7-Up, Sprite, whatever your choice would be. I drank a lot of Coke or Pepsi, and I shouldn't. I definitely should not be drinking. I'm type 2 diabetic, so I'm not supposed to have the intake. But it was my vice, unfortunately. But I definitely need to keep that up. I was good for a long time, but the last few months I hadn't been, so I need to try to keep that to a minimum, or actually just remove it completely. Yes, pop is soda. That's correct. Correct. Sorry, everybody. I'm reading through the chat. I'm not ignoring a soul here. I'm not ignoring anybody here. We say soft drink. Yes. Mia, it's just, I guess wherever you are, and I mean, in the UK they may say something as well. I don't know. It's just like, what? Chips. Chips here. Nobody says chips here. I grew up, my grandfather used to call French fries chips. But yeah, North America, they do not call them chips. They call them French fries. But if I say I want some chips with I want some French fries. But yeah, they definitely do not call French fries chips here. But just that's how I grew up as a kid. Fitz Bakes, it's all carbonated, non-alcoholic. It's all Coke. Oh gosh. Yeah, Mickey says to Mia, I see pop, soda, Coke, all the same. Exactly, and it's terrible for us, Mickey. I realize, and it was my bad one vice, my vice that was not good for me, but it was hard to remove it. But I'm going to try now. The billboards, yes, just 8, yes, the billboards. We don't have them like. Once in a while, you'll see like, oh, maybe a McDonald's or Burger King or whatever, Wendy's sign and stuff like that, but not too often. The advertising here doesn't exist like it does in the States. We don't have all the signs. Usually our signs are like, oh, go to this real estate agent, go to whatever, but we don't usually get the ads, unfortunately, for the fast food place. Like, you get them once in a while, but nothing. And also, you don't see the signs. One thing I do like in the States too, as you're driving down the highway, seeing a sign. If you're looking for a hotel or a motel or whatever, you have to drive into the city or town wherever you're going through and try to find one. They might have a little sign on the highway like this, and it'll show like a gas station, fast food, and then it'll say like hotel or something like that. But it'll show a picture, but that's it. It actually has no writing, so you have to kind of figure out what it is real quick, because the sign usually are that big, and they don't show one they'll show one, and then maybe 25-50 kilometers away you will not see another one for that length of time. And but yeah, you literally have to drive in wherever you go here to find out what you're looking for. Where are we? Something about build. No. Fitz, not at all. Billboards are exactly the way you should be saying it. I maybe came across saying billboards. And if I did, I apologize. It could be. Sometimes I say things and I say things. It's my pronunciation, so it could be just the way I pronounce things, and you might take it the wrong way. So I'm sorry about that. No, it's billboards. You're 100% right, and I thought I was saying billboards too, but it just could have been my pronunciation, but my friend, and I apologize for that. Mickey says 98% always at work while you're streaming, but I always want to stop and thanks a lot, Mickey. I appreciate it. And I know, you know what, Mickey, it's just a good time for me. And I know, a lot of people go at night. For me, it's just not a good time as much. So, and, I'm home at this point right now, so it's a good time. Next little bit, it probably won't be the best time, and I'll probably have to do evenings too. But right now, it's a good time. But I understand. I understand when anybody that's stopping in from work, I always try to say, thank you so much, but I understand you're at work. Mickey says, Texas, we love sweet tea. Yes, my sister-in-law, my brother's wife, she was born in Illinois. Then as a teenager, she grew up a good portion of her life down in Texas. And then as an adult, she moved to Florida for a few years and then moved back home to Illinois. And her and my brother, when they met, she lives in Illinois. Well, no, they both live in Illinois, and my brother's been down there for about 8 years now. Let's see here. It's a big... Hardee's most north is Indiana, I think. I was looking in my way home from Michigan. Carl's Jr. is Hardee's in the west. Okay, I didn't know that. Like I said, I just know from what I drive through, but I don't know the exact... what every one of them are called, unfortunately. Just ate. How do you like to eat your burger, Jeff and Joe, with onions and tomatoes? Yes, the only thing, I could eat anything except don't put a pickle on my tomato. I like cucumbers, but pickles, to this day I can't eat a pickle. Does everybody know down the rabbit hole travel? Marty from Down the Rabbit Hole travel. If anybody knows her, she did. There's a few people on here. It just her channel comes to mind. She did like a challenge a few months ago. Challenge was the pickle juice challenge. So she had somebody, I guess, said, "Can you do this challenge?" So she drank like a cup or couple sips of. I think she drank a cup or so of this pickle juice. I almost gagged. I thought, I don't know how you did that, but I've seen it done by a few people. But that's just that's the only way I could eat any burger. Just don't put I do not put a pickle on my burger. That's the only thing. Will's World Media. Hey, how are you? It's nice to see you. Everyone has a vice. Yes, you've got that right, Will's World Media. You have that right. Lacey says, we have a Hardee's in my area. I don't like it, and I'm a fast food expert. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Hardee's either. I like Arby's, but I don't like Hardee's. But I've only had them a few times. Mickey says, I like mine Swiss cheese, mushrooms, pickles, of course. Gosh, Mickey. Yeah, Swiss cheese. Oh my gosh, I love Swiss cheese. Chips. Yes, French fries. Yeah, Mickey. I grew up with Irish grandparents, and they moved here later in life, just before my dad was born, and they had my dad, and then, everything they said, I ate and drank a lot of things that... yeah, and that's what they called them, chips. But yes, the French fries everywhere here. Just a few of us that would call them chips. I love it. Desmond's Downers pop, soda, fizzy drink, soft drink, or in Scotland, ginger. Oh gosh. Monday text says, you say chips, you get Lay's potato chips, not fries. Yeah, no, I realize that, Eric. It's just my grandparents, my whole dad's side of the family. Like, it's funny, my whole dad's side of the family are still over there. None of them are really here except his brother and sister and their kids. Everybody else is over in Ireland. Nobody, the rest of the family stayed. None of them came to Canada, except my grandparents and a couple aunts and uncles. My grandmother was from a big family, and the rest of them stayed in Ireland. So most of the family would have been over there. And it's funny, we don't know most of them. We know a couple of them. Come across a couple on Facebook. But just because I knew their parents and some of the aunts and uncles that had been here when I was a kid. But beyond that, I don't know most of them over there. Oh yes, Taco Bell. I can go for some Taco Bell. I can go for some Taco Bell. Bits of bakes. I gotta run. Have a good day. You too. Thanks very much. Spawn and more. Sebastian, how you doing? I'm trying to run through the chat because I've missed a few people. Cole Outdoors, how you doing, buddy? It's nice to see you. I'm backtracking, okay, everybody. So if don't take me for anything other than backtracking. Branscombe Farm, back to work. Have a wonderful day. You too. You too. Ma'am, how you doing, buddy? It's good to see you. Arby's, yes, I like Arby's too. Fits. I realize you're gone, but I do like them too. Where have I? Oh my gosh, Long John Silver's. Oh my gosh, I haven't heard that name in years. Yes, I love Arby's. I love Arby's. Let me try to run through this quick. Sorry about this, everybody. I'm now going backwards again. I'm going down now. Let's see here. Where are we? Desmond Donder says his wife Lindsay does that. She calls quad bikes quack bikes. I love it. Let's see. Sorry, I guess I'm way behind. I guess I'm way behind. Art Morpus says, today I go on live stream at 8 a.m. and then I just realize it's like 6 a.m. for some people. Yeah, Frank, you're if you went on at 8, it would be 9 here. You're central, I think, Frank, because I know when we cross into Illinois for my brother, he goes back an hour, so he gains and loses when he comes and goes. But yeah, so it must only be about 1:40 or so, 20 to 2. It's 20 to 3 here, so it must be about 20 to 2 there. I imagine. You're right. The time can make a big difference for people, can't it? Let's see. Let's see. Yes, Julianne. Yes, Jeff doesn't like pickles in his burger. It's the only thing. I'm pretty decent with everything else, so I just ate just pickles. I cannot eat pickles. I don't know if you have pickle chips. Our chips here, we have different flavor chips. You have dill pickle chips. You can get ketchup chips. When I was a kid, I would eat them, but I can't eat those two flavors now for the life of me. But yeah, when we were kids, you could get ketchup potato chips or dill pickle potato chips. My wife likes those. I gotta stay away from them. Oh, are morbid no pickles, and to clarify for the newcomers. Yeah, Frank, I'm sorry. It's I can't eat a pickle. That would be a challenge for me to have to even sit down and eat a pickle. It's funny when I was a kid, eat pickles, but not now. I couldn't for the life of me. Where are we here? And if I say where are we, I know my wife will say we're at home, or you're at home. The 1968 just 8 cheers. I'll never understand pickles and burgers, so I'm with Jeff. Mia, you know what's funny? I remember the different things over in Australia what they had on burgers. I forget what they. There was something that some kind of vegetable, and I never had it over here. But it was like where were we? We're in like a place called Rockhampton or something. And I think there they gave us. We had this really big burger, and whatever they put on, I can't remember, was vegetables. But it was vegetables you would never get here. It was delicious, but we've never had them over here ever. Desmond Donder says it's an hour until Lindsay gets home. Yeah, so it must be it's 7:45 or so over there for you. Let me see. AU Pacmil says I drink apple cider vinegar. Do pickles are no problem. Apple cider vinegar. That's supposed to be good for you, AU Pacmil, and you know what? I guess I need to start intaking things that are supposed to be good for me. Art Morbid Frank says no worries. I can't eat pineapple. It cuts up my mouth for some reason. Do you like? Then if you can't eat pineapple, you couldn't eat pineapple on a pizza. Then, yes, no. I don't mind. I don't mind pineapple, but it's very strong. I like pineapple and the coconut, but pineapple is very acidic and stuff like that. It is strong. It is. Here we are. Good stuff. Yes, Desmond's Donner saying 1945, so 7:45. Okay. Oh, thanks, Just 8. Yes, guys, make sure you hit that thumbs up for Idiot of the Day. Thank you very much. Aussie 1968, Rockhampton. Oh my gosh, I live an hour inland from Rocky for 5 years. Really? Oh my gosh. You know what? There'd been not a hurricane, like a hurricane or cyclone. I was there in 1991, and we were on a bus tour at the time. And on the bus, we had to cross over in Rockhampton, but unfortunately, the bridge or something was washed away or washed out, and so we ended up having to take the bus had to go on like a huge ship, and I still remember it was like I forget how long it took us now to cross over, but I remember how long we had to wait for hours to get onto the ship and then take us over because you couldn't go around. They said it was going to take like a good portion of a day to go, and the weather things had been wiped out. So they got us on the boat, and we had to wait hours till things calmed down. But then we were able to get to where we needed to go at that point. But that was a trip and a half. I remember getting on the boat, and everybody, when we first walked in, everybody's sitting down in the place where you could get things to eat. You could get a drink, you could get some food, some chips, and some beer and juice, pop, whatever you wanted. So everybody's, I hadn't been on a ship in years. And a lot of the people, they're like, oh, yeah. Some of them were turning green before even things started taking off. I'd been on a ship before, so it wasn't so bad. So a couple of us, we started drinking, and I thought, we got a couple hours. We weren't driving or anything. We were on a bus tour. So anyways, we started eating. We were eating like greasy fries and stuff, greasy chips, and having a few beers. And I remember a couple of them decided they thought maybe it was a good idea for them to do the same thing. But the only thing is, when they got on the boat, they were queasy right from the get-go. And they started eating the chips and all the greasy stuff and drinking some beer. The next thing you knew, half the bus tour was up top with their heads overboard, tossing their cookies. I mean, I swear half the boat was tossing their cookies. But anyways, not that anybody need to hear that story, but just a story I wanted to talk about there for a second. I kind of forget, I get going on about stories. I forget I'm talking to somebody other than like maybe one or two people. Oh, Desmond's Daughters, don't start the pineapple and pizza debate. Yes. Oh, gosh, yes. Yes. Aussie 1968 Mia says, I can't say I've ever had a fast food store, aka Macca's. I'm allergic. Oh, yes, McDonald's, that's right. I'm allergic to pepper. Georgia Walker Family Vlogs, I'm still here. I'm listening. That's great. Thank you very much. Aussie 1968, I was there in 91. We were flooded in for 2 weeks. Laugh aloud. Once the water receded a bit, the only way to get into the town was on horses. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Mia, we started, our trip started, we flew into Sydney, and they put us up at this place, I guess it's called The Rocks or something. It's an older area of Sydney, and we stayed there for 2 days. We stayed for a day and a half there, and then the bus tour started, and we went all the way up the coast, through Brisbane and Surfers, and then up all the way up to Cairns, and we ended up went out to Barrier Reef, and I think that I remember going out at 6 o'clock in the morning because they said it like took 2.5 or 3 hours by boat ride. We went out, and then they have a dock, and you get to go either snorkeling or scuba diving, and that was a trip and a half. Literally, they had a fenced in, caged in area, so certain things couldn't get in. I mean, they could get in, but it's for the snorkelers and scuba divers and stuff. And they literally had a little sub, and it was big enough for like 4 people, I think. Anyways, the fellow, when we got there, he was feeding some of the fish. He was dropping stuff in, and all these fish were like just swarming, eating and stuff. So I couldn't scuba dive because you would have had to take a course or had a certificate. So we went snorkeling. So we put the snorkel gear on. You go in backwards. So anyways, I was going in, and I'd forgot that they were just feeding fish. Anyways, at the time, that's when, you remember, Kodak was popular, and you bought for $15 or $20, you bought a portable little camera, underwater camera, so you could take like 25 or 30 pictures or 20 pictures, whatever it was. So anyways, I was taking pictures, but when I went in backwards, the first thing when I turned around, there's a grouper. Grouper had to be about 500 or 600 pounds. This thing was about the mouth on it was about this big. I almost had a heart attack. I literally thought I was always worried about sharks and stuff. I literally thought it was a shark. Anyways, that was my experience, and I got underwater footage, and I have a footage of people snorkeling underneath me, like 20 or 30 feet below. And then there's another photo of the submarine actually going below us too. But yeah, and then from Cairns and stuff like that, we flew out to, what do you call it, Alice Springs, and went to see Ayers Rock and that. But that was a long, long time ago. What I did was, after I finished school, I worked for 6 months, saved every dime I could, and went on that. It was like the trip of the lifetime. That's all it was. I couldn't afford it otherwise. I was able to save my money for it. So, but it would always be great to go see something like that again. Yes, welcome to the show, everybody. You know what, Jeff's Rambling Show, that's what it is. Dromar family, it's good to see you. Holster Fishing, good to see you. Brisbane, yes. I don't remember much about Brisbane, Mia, but I just remember being through it. But I try to remember as much as I can. I remember a friend that I met, and I've been good friends with him ever since. He was from a place just south of Sydney. He'd worked as a metallurgist, little, I guess, a town or a city called Wollongong. But yeah, I followed him. Oh, sorry about that. Come here. I think the postman, the mailman must have come. So she just heard that, so she wanted to look crazy. You relax. But hold on. Somebody's just at the door for me. I'll be 2 seconds, okay? I just got a package. Whoops, I better not put that on there. So yeah, we got a package in the mail. So, oops, sorry about that. I didn't realize what I was doing there. Yeah, we just got a package. The mail person just came to the door. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, Frank, I'm so sorry. You know what? I totally forget when I ramble that I'm literally, it's like that's what this channel is. I talk to everyone. It's like I'm talking to my very best friend. So it's like I'm just sitting around, like, you know, having a coffee or whatever, talking to you. So don't take it personal that I ramble off, because I got talking to Mia, and then I just wanted to tell her my story. And, you know, I wanted to tell you all that too. But that's what happens. So I think everybody knows when they come here, that's what happens. Mia says, sounds like you were at Arley Beach and left from Chute Harbor if you were in the sub. Mia, I don't want to make things up and say, oh yes, that was it. I can't remember. I've got pictures on the dock when we got out there. You had 2 ways to go back. The way in, which was the boat ride, which took you about 2.5 to 3 hours, or they had a landing strip. And for $200, $200 or $300, I forget what the price was back then. To me, that was a lot of money. You could take a 20-minute flight back in a helicopter. To this day, I will not take a helicopter. You know, I've been on many flights and different things, but I will not get in a helicopter. You could pay, if there was $1 zillion, if that existed and you could pay me billions or whatever, I would never get in a helicopter for all the money in the world. But yeah, that was an option, and there was a few people that did it. But Grouper, yes. Groupa. Oh, okay, yes. It's probably, you know, it's just the way we pronounce, at least the way I pronounce it. It's probably different. Never been to Cairns. Well, honestly, it was just an option. It was included in the trip. That's the only reason. Let's put it this way. I'll tell you, you know what? To fly there back then, I think it was $15.99 to fly. Just if you weren't to do anything. Yeah. So $1,600, $15.99 to fly there back then. I see some of the travel agencies when I'm walking by in the malls sometimes, and I'll see Sydney or something. Same price. I don't know how that's physically possible, especially with the increase of like fuel. Now to go there it's probably doubled, like for the trip. But just for a flight there, I can't even fathom it's the same price at this point. I mean, you're going, you know, the other side of the earth and that, but incredible. Sorry about that. Our Morbid says, "Oh snap! Dave, that's freaked me out. What happened? What happened? Oh, sorry. Let's see here. Wollongong is Sydney area. Been there once. Freaked me out. Way too many people for me. Drummer family says, "Oh my gosh, that scared me out of the blues. Laugh aloud. Unboxing Jeff. No. I'll tell you, it's some Ethan's. Ethan ordered something, and earlier one of the courier companies came, delivered the first package. Because of course they don't do the same. They don't deliver the 2 packages, and then he had a second package coming, and the first one, I think it's, I forget what it was now. It's just he doesn't know that's coming. He knows the other item's coming, and that other item's in that box. He'll find out maybe tonight or on the weekend. I don't know when Joe wants to let him know. But the second one, Joe, if you see, it's come. Okay, so I don't know. Let me see how far in. Okay, so 50 some minutes. Okay, I just want to see. Unboxing. Yes, Judy-Ann. Art Mord Frank says, "Got my speakers turned up to high. Holy smokes, I thought a dog got into my place. I must be super far behind then. I'm so sorry. I apologize. Yes, my dog was literally sitting on the couch when the mail, it's a woman, a mail person or whatever, postman or postwoman, whatever you want to call it. When she came to deliver it, she literally opened the door, knocked, and put the box on the side, and then she took off. And so by the time I got up, she was gone, and the box was literally sitting outside. I'm not fond of them doing that, but it seems like the courier companies just will throw your stuff. It's like the movie Ace Ventura when Jim Carrey's at the beginning of the movie kicking the box, kicking the crap out of the box. I feel they do the same here. Desmond's daughters, breathe, Frank, just breathe. I'm so sorry, everybody. It could be the speaker just amplified things, so I'm so sorry. I did not mean to scare anybody. It was just the dog. She's a pretty good dog, and she's really quiet. I'd prefer to just let her lay there and be quiet, but we have a bark collar, but it zaps her when she barks, so I put it on a few times when I first started this, but I really don't like doing that, and she's a pretty decent dog, so I just keep it off for her. Let me read through the chat here. Desmond's daughters, helicopters are not a natural way to fly. No, they are not. Okay, a dog Canadian serious problem, so when I get there and I have the world's best pancakes, how much trouble will it be if I ask the golden syrup instead of maple? It doesn't matter. I like maple syrup, but it's everybody's choice, whatever they like. Just what we have a lot of it here, but you can get it. You can get Mia. It's probably you're gonna get like Aunt Jemima's syrup or something. It's whatever they have in the restaurant. Oh, Dromar family, I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry, everybody, if anybody was startled from that. I really am. I didn't mean for it to happen. It just, she barked in that, so I'm sorry. 21090 Brewing. Hey, Todd, how are you? It's good to see you. Hey, Todd, Eric from EVH Gear and TV's on Pusa tonight. I saw that last night quickly. I think I'm really behind everybody because the dog barked a while ago, so let me try to read through this. It's okay, Jeff. It's a joke, Jeff. Appreciate that. Cheers. Drummer family, I left you to last for some reason there was growing leg. Okay. Jeff, Drummer family, you're listening, watching Jeff, but trying to calm down after the scare of the dog barking out of the blue. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I didn't even think. Jojo says Ethan will be happy to know his package came. Good. Good. I think I'm caught up finally. Oh my gosh, yes. So we're, about an hour in, and I finally caught up. Yes, finally caught up. That's good. So no pancakes for me then. No, gosh, mate, you can have, my wife, I don't eat pancakes. It's not my biggest, I'm not really a big fan of them. I'll eat them a couple times a year. But Joe, we used to go camping a lot. And when we went camping on a Saturday or Sunday morning, Joe would either make bacon and eggs, or another choice was to have pancakes. And we seemed to have pancakes. One day we'd have bacon and eggs, which I loved, which it probably isn't good for me. But anyways, we had that. And then the next day, pancakes. So I got sick of pancakes. But one thing? I don't know if anybody's ever had it. It could just be something here. Somebody, when we went camping years ago, showed us this trick. It was for the kids. You make things out on a pot or something, over the fire and stuff. First thing in the morning, it's great. they have this thing. It's called breakfast in a bag. Now I'm gonna lose everybody here. They're gonna be like, "What is breakfast in a bag?" So you get a Ziploc. Everybody know what Ziploc bags are? Plastic bags you put stuff in. Anyways, so you put a Ziploc. You open a Ziploc and you put. So everybody like anybody like omelets? I'm gonna explain what it is quickly. Breakfast in a bag is to make an omelet in 15 minutes, but it's delicious and you can make it while you're camping. So anyways, you take a plastic bag. Now everybody will make theirs different. So you put however many eggs you'd put in an omelet for yourself, an individual omelet. So I usually put 2 or 3 eggs in, put them in. Then I like onions, I like peppers, I like tomatoes, all that kind of stuff. So you dice them up, and whatever you want, you throw that in the bag. If you like cheese with your omelet, you throw some cheese in there. Bacon, sausage, ham, whatever you want. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be chicken, whatever you wanted. Shrimp even. So throw it in there. Close the bag up tight, wrap it up, and wrap it till all the air's out. And then wrap it, you throw it in a vat, like a big, not a barrel, but a big cooking tub over the fire. And you put the lid on, and so everybody sometimes you could get like 10 or 15 people with you. And then everybody throws it in. And then you cover it up, and you put a timer on. You just watch for 15 minutes. And then everybody puts their names, like you write your name with a marker on it. And then after 15 minutes, you take the bag out. Just make sure, you can tell. I mean, literally it cooks up. It cooks until like, it looks like a log like this big, a round log. Then you open it, you take it out, and you cut it, and it just turns into like an omelet. But oh my gosh, it's the best omelet I've ever had. Because there's no grease from like cooking over the stove or anything like that. There's none. But it cooks it like, as long as you take a look and check it out. If you take it out too early than 15 minutes, it'll be slop. But if you cook it longer than 15, it'll be garbage too. It shrinks the bag, and it's not good. But 15 minutes seems to be that right time. You take it out. It's the best omelet you've ever had. At least the best one I've ever had. Oh gosh. Mickey says, "Can I get back to work?" Okay, Mickey, take care. Thank you very much for coming. I've missed a lot in the chat here. Okay, I think I'm caught up now. Okay, let me read through this here. Okay, I'm catching up now. Ethan will be happy. 21090 Burn. Todd says, yes, I'll definitely check it out. Yes. Getting back to work, Mickey. Yeah, have a good one, Mickey. Thank you. Ardmore Frank says, I have to go. I'll see you all on channels later tonight. Take care, Frank. Thanks again, my friend. Thanks again from our family. Jeff's dog started barking out of the blue, and the mail lady came, and the volume was high, and it scared people. Okay. Joe's saying to Mia, in all honesty, I don't think many places actually serve maple syrup. No, they don't. I think it's just it's maple syrup is like something if you're getting it from up north or in like Quebec or something like that, and it's special. It's actually quite expensive, so they don't really actually serve maple syrup too often, Mia, because it's an actual. How much is it for a little one? It's like $50 or $60, Joe, right? Or sometimes for a bigger one, it's like $80. It's ridiculous because it's yeah, it's pretty expensive. So they don't usually use maple syrup too often. Usually they just use the whatever brand, but not maple syrup. Just ate. I like almonds. Okay. Bones Yard, love omelets. Yes, well, if you like omelets, that's a good thing. I mean, it's to each individual, but just something I enjoyed while we used to go camping. Mim says, catch you guys later. Okay, Mim, thanks again, my friend. Take care. Florida Pirate, stop by to say hi. Florida Pirate, thanks so much, my friend. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. I'm way behind, aren't I? Oh, okay. Mia says she's here. Bye, all. Take care, Mia. Thanks again for coming. I appreciate it. Okay. Maple flavor syrup. Yes, Desmond's Daughters. Exactly. Let's see here. Okay. Well, hopefully everybody's had a good day. I rambled on a bit about a few things, and the dog scared a few people. But hey, you don't know what you're going to get when you come here, right? You get a good old scare when you come here. But no, usually she's pretty decent, isn't she? She usually doesn't bark like that. But I'll tell you, literally, the woman opened the door and knocked. It sounded like someone was trying to break in. So, of course, you know, she's a dog. She went off. So it is what it is. Oh, yeah. No. It's the Keurig. Where? Right there. Yes. No, we've had the Keurig. Um, just ate. That's what the coffee's from. I literally have. I'll show you. I don't drink a lot of coffee. Usually I drink one coffee a day. And I'd been making for years, I'd made a pot of coffee. I might drink one, maybe two, but I wouldn't drink it all at once. So most of the time I drink it and I throw out all the coffee. Joe would get upset. She says, "You're just going through too much coffee." So you buy the coffee in the big tubs and stuff. And anyways, you buy these little filters. They're like a plastic with a mesh filter or whatever it is. Anyways, you open it up. I won't take it because all the coffee grinds will come out. You put in as much as you want. That'll take for one coffee. You put it in, you put it down. Within 2 minutes, it's ready. So it's great. And Joe says, "This is fantastic. You're not going through as much coffee anymore." And I get exactly one. And it's perfect because a lot of times when you make coffee in the machines, it would... sometimes you can make it too strong or too light. So this way it's always the right blend. You know, I had to show you, didn't I? Oh, gosh. Desmond's daughter says, not got much done today with arranging the meetup. Yes, Desmond's daughter's dog did her job guarding the house. Exactly, that's what Joe would have said. Unfortunately, you know, this thing might have picked her bark up a lot. It might have been actually louder. It was loud. I'll tell you, it was loud. But this thing probably amplified it, unfortunately. So I'm really sorry if I scared anybody because I honestly didn't mean for it to happen to anybody. Awesome. Yeah. No, it's good. I need a sip of coffee here. I should get going here in a second, anyways. You know, it was a great day today. Yeah. Dromar family, it's awful great of you to come. I really appreciate every one of you coming. Just ate everybody here, Desmond's Donders. I appreciate everybody for coming, and I much appreciate love show and tell. Yes. Oh gosh, yeah. That's what you got. Yeah, maybe I should call it show and tell, right? But well, anyways, I guess I should probably call it a day. Let everybody get back to doing whatever they were doing and that. But I really appreciate each and every one of you for coming. You know, here it goes, right? Here he goes on to ramble a bit. Michelle, how are you? It's nice to see you. Thank you very much for coming. I'm just ending it in about a second. I was just thanking everybody for coming in that. Every time anybody comes, the beginning, the middle, or the end. Moose Scrapper, hey, how are you? Hola. It's good to see you, Moose Scrapper. Thank you very much. How to Cook by Ellen Kalula. Hey, how are you? Bones Yard. Bye, Bones Yard. It's great to have you. Hey, Moose Scrapper, I want to say to you, you know what? I watched your video on the scrapping of the guitar amp, and you know I loved it. I'll tell you, I've got one I purchased. I bought one of these Fender Mustangs a couple of years ago because the one I bought one in 1985 when I first started playing guitar. It's a PV Bandit 65, and I had it for years. Great amp. It was nice and loud. Fantastic. But you know, after years, some of the wiring and stuff, and the tubes and stuff like that inside, you know, things go and they need a repair. I couldn't fix one of those if my life depended on it. But I liked watching your video. Joe said it's literally sitting in the basement, and she says, you know, you should do exactly that. You should watch Moose Scrapper's video and take that thing apart. I said, can you imagine? But no, I liked it, my friend. It looked like it must have been a Fender, was it? Yeah, no, I got the Mustang, Fender Mustang, because it was a pretty cheap one. And nowadays, you know, these new amps that they have, you remember years ago the amps, when you want an effect like a chorus pedal or whatever you wanted. You had to buy each pedal, and each one was about $100 or more. And nowadays these amps, everything's like USB. You just plug it in, you program it from your computer. But nowadays these amps, they have settings on them, and I could have like 15 or 20 different settings or effects, where you would have had to buy each effect previously. But these ones now, they come all programmed, so you can make it you can make it sound like a 90s sound. You can make it sound like old 70s or 60s like surf guitar, anything you want. But yeah, no, I'm just gonna say it was a great video, my friend. Yes, I guess I gotta get going, don't I? 21090 Burn, Todd saying cheers, everybody. Have a great rest of the day. Yeah, you too. How to Cook by Elwin Kalula, Moose Scrapper. Tube amps have some good resale parts. You know what? I imagine they do. Unfortunately, I know nothing about that. I literally watch because I'm interested. Doesn't mean I could do anything like that, but I like watching because it gives me an interest. There's a lot of things that I'm not Mr. Fix-It, unfortunately, but Tube amps has some good resale parts. You know what maybe I should do? Maybe I should go in and talk to one of the. We have a few music shops. Before I do anything, maybe I should take it in or give them a quick call and see. Maybe it is a good idea, because you know what, you're right. I hear some of these fellas say they like some of the older amps better than. Because I remember there was a Gretsch or some kind of amp that this one fella. When I bought this like 3 or 4 years ago at one of the music shops, and it actually closed like 6 months later, the shop. But I bought it and I thought, oh, I want this one because it's got all the effects that I would have loved when I was younger, and that it could never afford it to. But at the time, he's like, no, don't go that route. Go with this. It's a small one, and it was like 50 amp or 50 watts or something. It's a smaller one, but it was, the sound was going to be like a more bluesy kind of sound. He said that's what he would have went with, and looking back, that's probably what I should have went with. But and maybe I should give him a call, and sometimes they can give you because they can always repair them, and or they might want them for themselves, or just they might say to me no. But you never know. Skills, better late than never, I guess. How are you, Jeff? Good, Bob. How you doing? It's nice to see you. Dromar family, okay, Jeff. I have a great time, like always. Thanks a lot, Dromar family. I really appreciate it. And excuse me for that, everybody. So, Drummer family, I just want to say before you go, I so apologize to you and Art Morbid about giving you the scare of your life today. But Daisy was just, the mailman came and sounded like they were trying to come in the house, so she barked her head off. That's it all. But anyways, it was nice to have you here. Thank you very much. Okay, good. So anyways, Gil Skills, Moose Scrapper, and whoever else came in a few minutes ago, about 10 minutes ago or so. You can see the box on the table. Joe ordered a few things for Ethan, some toys and stuff that he wanted, but they came in 2 different parcels. One earlier this morning, and then this one came. The first one came through a courier service, and then about 10-15 minutes ago, this one came. But the only thing is, Daisy was sitting on the couch, just sleeping, minding her own business. Literally, the door opened outside. The screen door opened and somebody knocked on the door, but it sounded like they were trying to come in. So of course the dog went ballistic. She went crazy, and this the mic amplified it, and I scared the crap out of a couple people on here. So I didn't mean to, but Art Morbid, Frank from Art Morbid and Dromar family, they said they almost lost it when the dog barked because they weren't expecting it. Dromar family, no need to apologize. Jeff is she's a dog and she has to do her job like every dog. Yeah, you're right. I just want to say to you, I'm sorry that it happened. That's all. But anyways, I should get going. It's about 3:15. I don't have a lot more at this point, but it was really nice of everybody to drop in today for 1 minute, for whatever time. It's like Joe always says, it was nice to have everybody at the beginning, the middle, ending, whenever they're here. So I really appreciate it. Thanks. Joe says, thanks for coming and spending your time with us today. Have a great day, night, everybody. See you tomorrow, same time, same place. You're right. Gil Skills, Bob, it was hilarious. It really was. Anyways, I should get going, everybody, because I got to wrap up a few things, get a couple things put away before he comes home, because Ethan's got I was going to say soccer. He's got swimming tonight at 5:30, and he's going to be done school in about 15 minutes, so I got to go pick him up. But yeah, I got to go pick him up, bring him home, get something to eat quick, go pick Joe up, and then get to the other end of the city. The other end of the city is about half an hour to get to swimming lessons, so I better go. Okay, anyways, I bid you do. What do we have? Desmond Stoddard probably not be here until Monday. Jeff and Joe, take care. Oh, no worries. No worries, Dave. Like I said, you never have to explain, like everybody, to try to explain to everybody. Nobody ever has to explain anything to me. It's nice to see you, but you know what? We all have different lives and stuff like that. So it's like myself. I can't always make everyone. Sometimes, you know, we've got other things going on too. So, but it was great, everybody, for coming today. And everybody have a good one. Take care, everybody. Thanks again, okay? I really appreciate it. Bye-bye.